With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Cut.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective.
11.
Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. The Bengals, it's 7-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Again, it's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now it's Burrow. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Jets will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. In this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Hey, 10. Here we go.
Now they send a man in motion right. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here now, 3rd and a yard. You talk about this Jets defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game. He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker. And this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here we go.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here we go. Justin.
Back to throw. Fields. It's complete to Turbin. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap. Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. A give for Edwards running right. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here we go, Scott. Go.
Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
I'm fine, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he goes out right around the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Stop.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Keep scoring.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11 MT.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's able to find Melton. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
11 mighty.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Here we go, son.
To the right side, this is Edwards. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
11.
To throw is Fields. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Monday.
Now it's Fields. Quick hitter here. It's there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
INT on the last drive. And that's complete to Adams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14 to nothing.
12. Side.
Burrow will throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And they work this near to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. God.
And Burrow going to keep it himself. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bengals are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
You
Fields going to change things up here.
Can. Chip slant. Go.
Throwing on second down. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Fields now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Justin. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hey, can. Hey, can. Right.
Fields throwing again. Flush to his right. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. Again, it's Edwards. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and 3.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
He finds his man complete. That's Newman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That is caught, and some room to maneuver. Down the left sideline, and he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
11. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Albert O A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Don't jump. Ready? Easy. Up. Hey, can. Extend. Go.
Here's Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Fields.
A swing pass here to Edwards.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles, and creating his own yard.
Here we go. Good.
Again, Fields.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This pass complete to Melton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Go.
Back to throw. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
11. Let's get set. Set hot.
Now Burrow. Flush to his right.
He'll let this go for Adams.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Now 2nd and 9.
Don't jump. Ready? EQ. Set.
They run once more with Edwards. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Nifty. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Zach Moss.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
11. Here we go.
Burrow.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Here's Burrow.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he's got it.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Jets, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.